Juan, yeah, this is June's tale. She wants to be part of the video too. Oh, it's spring break here, and I've had all of the grandchildren here yesterday. Plus, my husband's here, my brother in law is here. They're still working on the porch. It looks fabulous. It's just amazing um, what they're doing out there. And my brother in law is involved in a project like that. It's never going to be just simple. Everything is addressed. Yesterday, they spent a good part of the day on top of that roof over the porch where it was to begin with, whoever constructed that badly done. And they went and they fixed everything up there as well so that what you build underneath has a chance to stand there for a while, right? Yes, and not be affected immediately by other things that weren't part of the construction that then are going to affect everything else that's so beautiful now, right? Yes. Anyway, amazing couple of guys when it comes to all that kind of stuff. Just amazing. And of course, because they're family, and they're not willing to take any money for it. It's a project that could cost triple the amount if and wouldn't be done that well. Anyway, so happy to have these guys here, and I've been cooking. Yes, made a delicious cornbread yesterday with the. I made a roast, and then I kind of hit the pieces of roast in a. I made this really delicious soup to go with it. Everybody loved it, and then the cornbread, and I like to make like a Mexican cornbread, or kind of like something in between, because I always do things my way, or with what I have, and it turned out just moist and delicious, and it was gluten free because I used, besides the cornmeal, I used some gluten free flour that worked very well for that. So, anywho, so everybody was happy. But my oldest granddaughter now, they were outside yesterday and the temperature dropped suddenly. In the morning it was still, gosh, so warm. This now I was sweating the night before in here. Yeah, yes, had the windows open, the door open, the fan going over here. And then yesterday suddenly the temperature just dropped again. And it was like it was below 40, 35 at night, and it's like a cold again, and tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 80s. Okay, go figure. But all of my grandchildren were outside playing catch, so uh, in their short sleeves. They get hot playing, but sounds like she's got a little chill. Anywho, we'll figure that out with tea. I'll make some good tea today for her, and some chicken soup or something. Anywho, so there it is. Oh, and then a friend of my daughter's came over, and that was really nice. We had a talk. She was a little sad over something, and we talked about it. And then before she left, she spent several hours with us again. Then my daughter comes home. Then my oldest daughter also came. She comes a little earlier, and she drops the children off, and we just hang and talk a little, and then in the evening kind of the same. Yes, and then my other son-in-law came to pick up she came to pick up my grandson for a game. He got to go and see a Reds game yesterday. He loves that stuff. And uh and then my other son-in-law came and picked up my younger granddaughter, and he stuck around for a while, and we just the whole day was just, the house was filled with people. But when the friend of my daughter's left, she turned. She said, "Man, feel so much better after talking to you. Thank you. That was really good for me." And anyway, wonderful, right? Yes. Okay. So there it is. Yeah. Anywho, it's not easy to be parents these days, I think. Uh, I have to say, I just found out about the earthquake in Myanmar, and didn't even know until I saw something this morning, and I'm going, oh my gosh, what happened? Nobody talked here about it or this or that, And I realized, then talking to my daughter's friend yesterday, I thought, man, it's not easy to raise children these days. There's just so much stuff that just interferes with raising your children from the outside. And due to the fact that I homeschooled, I guess I always kind of always live in my own little world or something, that I try to do the best in my own little world, and that is that. And somehow that seems to work, where you're just there all the time. You're just there. Like here, I'm here all the time now, right? I just am. I don't go out driving around in the car. I don't have to do any. I'm just here, right? A focal point, a center point that then everyone else can do whatever. They don't have to worry about the animals being fed this or that, or if it's something the little one doesn't need to be a part of, right? Yes, I'm always here. And of course, give the parents a little time to themselves to go and have some fun out there. Well, just saying, right? Yes. It seems when one is a part of too much, one loses sight of the big picture. It's a good one. All right, let's get going. I don't have that much time here before I have to be over there. We are still in the book of Proverbs, but not for very long. We got, I think, 2 more to go. And that'll beat that. Yes. Ha! At the end of Proverb here is the perfect housewife. Ha 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 ha. I wonder if that was written by a woman. All right, Danielle, get going. Too much fun already. All right, the sayings of Agur. This is Super Chapter 6. 30. The sayings of Agur. Well, looky here. We have Agur. Oh, have we heard about Agur before? I can't remember. The sayings of Agur, son of Yakeh, of Massa. Prophecy of this man for Ethiel, and for Ukal. Okay, so this prophecy is for 2 people. We have nothing to do with them. But it is in here for, and it's supposedly what? Proverbs. Okay, so it's part of what? More wisdom. Now let's just read it. I am myself of the stupidest of people, bereft of human intelligence. Oh, so praying for all the people in Myanmar that they digest this disaster. Well, I hear a lot of people have passed away, and that's always very sad. Brings great sadness to a nation when something like that happens. But it should also teach us something. Yes? Okay. I mean, teaching in what way? Well, I just talked to my husband. I said, I wonder if the Native Americans here had any problems with the earthquakes, or if they were, well enough aware of that you don't build, and in the places where earthquakes are happening quite often, from small scale to greater scale, and he says, yeah, and why is that? So, yes, how about we stop building these tall buildings, constructing these tall buildings to start with? Okay, did they have a lot of them in Myanmar? I don't know. I didn't go and look where. What did it look like before, and what actually came down, what was affected. So I don't know, but I think one thing, yes, that causes a lot of damage and takes a lot of people's lives are buildings that shouldn't be in an earthquake zone, right? Yes, I'm just saying. All right. I am myself the stupidest of people, bereft of human intelligence. Then why should I even listen to this? I have not learned wisdom, and I lack the knowledge of the holy ones, who has mounted to the heavens, then come down again. So if one admits to that, then suddenly, oh, you're worthy listening. Oh, but he admits he's stupid. He has no intelligence and he has absolutely no wisdom. So let's definitely that must be something good then. What's coming from his mouth? This is not humbling yourself. This is just being. Yeah, let me know ahead. Let me tell you ahead of time. Don't bullet. Nope. Don't. I'm none of what you think I am. It's weird. Who has gathered the wind in the clasp of his hand? Who has wrapped the waters in his cloak? Who has set all the ends of the earth firm? What is his name? What is his child's name? Do you know? Okay, he's talking about God here. Then, yep. Compared to God, our heavenly parent, of course, we're all what? I guess I would say Jesus so far is the only one that could be considered a good student of God, right? Yes, I'm not saying. Anyway, every word of God is unalloyed, a shield to those who take refuge in him. Yes, but which words are those really? Which words really do come from our heavenly parent? Huh? To his words, to his words make no addition, lest he reprove you and account you a liar. Two things I beg of you. Yeah, don't change the Ten Commandments to your own liking. Right there, I would definitely not be. Yeah, I'd say God's very much against that. Yeah, but everything else so far, I have to say, does it come from God or is it just wishful thinking of the people? And again, all the scheming going on. When it comes to that. Two things I beg of you. Do not grudge me them before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Grant me only my share of food. For fear that, surrounded by plenty, I should fall away and say, Yahweh, who is Yahweh? Or else in destitution take to stealing and profane the name of my God. So he has no expectations yet. Grant me only my share of food. Well, you work for your share of food, right? Or is this again? How is this in here? I get it. I know what where this is going. It's not that hard to figure that out. But again, in what way is this said? Yes, either have no conditions, be unconditional, or admit, well, I'm good with all this other stuff. Don't do da. I don't want to be snared in. But, well, then you're relying on whom anyway? Yes, then you got to do your own thing there as well. It's either all or nothing. Yes? Because if one has leeway like that, gives oneself leeway like that, then why can't other people in other areas say the same thing? Well, I work for my own food. I don't need no food, but don't deny me if I want to do certain other things you don't approve of. You see? That's it. Gotta be careful. Okay, so he's not that smart after all. He was right with the beginning here. Okay. Do not blacken a slave's name to his master. Oh, and he's okay with slaves. Lest he curse you and you suffer for it. There is a breed of. There's no. Do not blacken a slave's name to his master, lest he curse you and you suffer for it. There shouldn't be any slaves. This should not even be in here. There's no such thing as acceptance in God's eyes for anyone to be taken as a slave, made into a slave, degraded to a slave. No. Done. So then this wouldn't even be this wouldn't even have to be in here if things would have been going right at that time. And here is this prophet. Yeah. Talking about slaves. He's not saying, don't have that. I haven't seen anywhere where it says slaves are wrong. Nowhere. Here in the Old Testament. Huh? Yes. Just saying. There is a breed of person that curses his father and does not bless his mother. Ooh. A breed that laying claim to purity has not yet been cleansed of its filth. a breed haughty of eye, with disdain in every glance, a breed with swords for teeth, with knives for jaws, devouring the oppressed from the earth and the needy from the land. But I just thought that people like that don't really have a place to stand on, according to what we've read over here. With all, if you do good, then this happens. If you're bad, then that happens. Yeah. Okay, but all right, all right. Well, it's in Proverbs. It's all together here. So I'm saying, well, why is it in here? It could be somewhere else, you know. Anyway, but yeah, it's. I guess again, I would say this would be this last part. What does that again allude to? And obviously, this was it Agur. Agur did not like war. He's okay with slaves, though. All right. Super Chapter 7. Numerical Proverbs. Numerical. The leech has 2 daughters. Give, give. There are 3 insatiable things. 4, indeed, that never say enough. Sheol, the barren womb. Earth, which can never have its fill of water. Fire, which never says enough. The eye which looks jeeringly on a father and scorns the obedience due to a mother will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley and eaten by the vultures. There are 3 things beyond my comprehension, 4, indeed, that I do not understand. The way of an eagle through the skies, the way of a snake over the rock, the way of a ship in mid-ocean, the way of a man with a girl. Wow, he really is a dummy. This is how an adulteress behaves. She eats, then wipes her mouth and says, I have done nothing wrong. How about just adulterers? Adulteress, it has to be again mentioned. Oh, women? Hey, that just irks me. Like, what? It's just women? It's just women? At that time, I guarantee you it was mostly men who were the adulterers, not the women. There are 3 things at which the earth trembles, 4, indeed, which it cannot endure. Numerical Proverbs. What a dumb thing. A slave become king. Okay, what? 3 things. There are 3 things at which the earth trembles, 4, indeed, which it cannot endure. A slave become king. Oh, well, wouldn't that be something? A brute gorged with food, a hateful woman wed at last, a servant girl inheriting from her mistress. Oh, so, my goodness. This is supposed to be what? Prophecies? That's a prophecy? Prophecy my butt. I don't believe any of this. There are 4 creatures. That's not a people actually, even at that time, they were this stupid. This is in the Bible. There are 4 creatures little on the earth, though they are wisest of the wise. Ants, a race with no strength. Yet in the summer they make sure of their food. What did he say? The Connies, a race without defenses, yet they make their home in the rocks. Locusts, which have no king, yet they all march in good order. Lizards, which you can catch in your hand, yet they frequent the palaces of kings. Yeah, sometimes with a lizard, all you do is end up with the tail in your hands. There are 3 things of stately tread, 4 indeed of stately walk. The lion, bravest of beasts, he will draw back from nothing. A vigorous cock, a he-goat, and the king when he harangues his people. All right, now I'm going to think this guy had some humor. If you have been foolish enough to fly into a passion and now have second thoughts, lay your hand on your lips, for by churning the milk you produce butter, by wringing the nose you produce blood, and by whipping up anger you produce strife. Oh, that's a good one. That last one probably was the best of it all, in my opinion. It is what it is. Yes. I don't know if I need to get any further into it. I think this whole thing speaks for itself here. Uh, and again, there's so much just a repetition. Who is this Agur? If he has a prophecy, Ithiel, okay, it was for Ithiel and Ukal. So it's not for us. I don't even know why I got into it then to talk about it because this isn't. I don't know Ithiel and Ukar. I don't know why they needed to hear this. Uh, Maybe they. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe I need to go and read up on those two. Do I want to? No. 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 They have come and gone. This is water under the bridge. This prophecy is water under the bridge. Yes. What is it supposed to teach us? It hasn't taught me anything except for there's one thing that I did notice in it, that there were several of the commandments that were in there somehow. That one should pull out and say, no, if this was someone, this Agur, that had some kind of a spiritual connection to the spirit world and wanted to be a good man, this and that, then with all that was said in this little part, sounds like there was some things that came through, except there was all this other stuff put in there. Yes? So again, got to go through the maze and find. Absolutely. If you have been foolish enough to fly into a passion and now have second thoughts, lay your hand on your lips or zip up your fly. Huh? Yes? Anyway, don't know. Don't know what else to say here. Okay, got to go. I have another great day ahead of me. My other grandchildren aren't coming today, but they'll be here tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and day after that for spring break. That'll be fun. Yes, yeah. Fun all day long. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the best part. My youngest granddaughter is walking. She's more and more taking more and more steps. Yes, she's just 10 months old, so she gets tired easily doing that. But she's taking more and more steps. And every time she takes some steps, she claps her hands and looks at us all. Yes. Wonderful. So there it is. Alrighty, that's it. May, Heavenly Parent. And of course, I have to mention my absolute best brother in faith, Eldritch. Have a wonderful day. Praying for you. I know you're praying for me. Praying for all the people in Myanmar. Again, have to mention that again. Hey, no one wants to hear that. We have a lot of rain coming again, and no doubt things will flood again in places. Not here, not at the farm, but I know everywhere else, or lots of other places. So we have more storms coming through. Lots and lots and lots of rain. Yes. So let's be prepared for that. We know about it. Let's be prepared for it. Yes. Okay. My seeds are all coming up out there. Lots planted. Yes. And interestingly enough, my oldest granddaughter, she's, Mom, I planted a whole bunch of seeds too, and maybe we could swap some. I said, yes, absolutely. When they come up and can be transferred. So she's all into it. They're building another garden bed. Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes one just has to wait a little until, right? Yes. Uh, it's in us. It's in us. Wanting to grow and nurture things. It's within us. It was given to us on the day of conception. And to even just, I've said this so many times in other videos, to just even have one pot where you're growing something from seed is an amazing experience. Yes? Okay. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, embrace you with love, and I will talk to y'all another time.